Good morning, Slop Nation. Welcome to Slop Chop. This is a new podcast hosted by myself, Harvey Mulvihill. It is about the happenings of the internet, and it is your one-stop shop for slop. Are we going to keep this intro for the rest of time? I think so. Or maybe not. You know, we might change it eventually. I think it's funny. I don't know. I think there's it's a little tongue in cheek, a little humorous. I think if you read it totally unironic, it might come off as cringe. But then again, I am cringe. Doing a podcast is cringe. Doing a podcast in the year of our Lord 2025 and big 2025 is cringe, right? So I can never escape that. I think there's no point in trying to. There's no point in trying not to be cringe. As a matter of fact, I should just embrace it. I should just say, no, it is. It's the fucking good morning thing. It's all unironic. It's all above board. It's all the real deal. This is who I am. But anyway, I'm checking in from you live. Checking in live from Dallas, Texas. Welcome to Slop Chop. Thank you guys for coming back. This was episode 25, which if you do the arithmetic and the math, that means next week we'll be at 26, which is 6 months. That's half a year. Half a year we've been doing this freaking podcast. That is really astonishing to say out loud. Is that true? Yeah, 26 episodes, right? Because 26 plus 26 is 52. Right? Good God. Well, anyway, I've been doing this for 6 months, and it's been a really good time recently. It's been good. It's been good fun. We did the ranch episode with the boys last week. That was a blast. And now we're back to old just your boy. Let's get into it, shall we? By the way, I wanted to give a quick reminder to you, good people. If you do not care about one of the slopics that I'm discussing, skip it. There's always time codes in the description. Just skip the shit that you don't care about. There's, allegedly more interesting things later down the line, right? Let's start off with Jimmy Kimmel, bro. Jimmy mother freaking Kimmel. One of the least likable people I've ever laid eyes upon. Has had his show canceled this week. Unceremoniously canceled. He was pulled off the air. Canceled, I don't even know if that is actually accurate. He was just pulled off the air because of seething, hateful remarks made against Charlie Kirk. Which, if you look at him, it is the most tame, nothing, benign take that I've ever heard. He's a fucking late night talk show host on CBS. He's not going to be pushing the envelope. He's not going to be saying some fucked up shit. He's just, the take was like, the MAGA people are doing everything in their power to paint this guy as not one of their own, because he's a gun nerd. And like in between all the finger pointing, there was some grieving this week. That was like the gist of his joke. Super benign. Like I said, very, he's said worse shit before. Every single time I see his annual running joke his annual running bit, the steal your kids' Halloween candy and tell them to fuck off and kill themselves or whatever the thing is. That Halloween candy bit, quote unquote bit, is so much infinitely worse and meaner and edgier than this shit. And obviously it's completely ridiculous and hypocritical of conservatives to be on board with this cancellation. It is objectively free speech. He's making a fucking joke about a controversial individual, but just because it was their individual, oh, it's ours. That's when they're parading around saying hooray, thanks, he got canceled. He got canceled, I guess. But he got his show removed. It's bullshit. Of course, obviously that's bullshit, but it's just interesting to me that like this is the straw that broke the camel's back. Yeah, but I don't know. Jimmy Kimmel is the worst, right? That guy sucks. No one cares for Jimmy Kimmel. No one likes him. He's what's playing in your hotel room as you drift off to sleep, or he's like playing in the waiting room. More accurately, the waiting room of the hotel room, because the hotel room you just have to like turn the TV on and maybe flip to CBS. Like that's much more effort than the Tonight Show than most people ever do, right? I think their demographic is probably 65 to 85, and the recently deceased, like just dead or dying The dead are dying amongst us are hitting up the Tonight Show still. Who gives a fuck about that format? Who gives a fuck about Jimmy Kimmel? No one. It's he's the most replaceable, nothing burger human next to fucking Fallon, Jimmy Fallon. It is interesting though that this happened pretty shortly. You guys remember that the Colbert, his show is getting canceled as well for not a political reason, just because their ratings are dog shit, and they're the first major network to pull the plug on the format, on the late night TV show format. So the Colbert thing happened like 2 months ago or something, and then now the Kimmel thing is happening, and so fucking Fallon is the only one left standing, and it's only a matter of time. I'm pretty sure his contract is up this year anyway. But I think that like now we got 2 gone for different reasons, but 2 of the 3 that were the still carrying this archaic format, this archaic flame. It's like a flame, but it's old. It's like it has like cataracts. Yeah, it's like Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle, but like with like a walker and cataracts. And he's racist. I don't know. It's like no one gives a fuck about this format. I just think it's interesting. It's interesting that it's dying. Like it's such an institution, such an American institution. The late night TV show format. It's been around. Fucking Johnny Carson was like the origin for so many comedians. The old classic thing of, hey, if Johnny likes your set, he might wave you over to come sit on the couch. And if that happens, like you have a career overnight. And suddenly you're walking around and people are like, oh shit, you're that guy from Johnny Carson. Like that was where we started, right? And where we're ending is the pickleball golf Labubu death challenge with Jason Bateman. So, it's just an interesting fall off. That's all I'm saying is it's an interesting thing. And it is also interesting that Jimmy Fallon, who is like the least likable of the 3, actually, he's probably the most likable, the least personality, the least anything. He's, by the way, the Labubu thing, whew. If Jimmy Fallon gets a hold of it, it is over, brother. The trend is done. Labubus are a thing of the past. It's over. Pickleball golf Labubu death challenge with Jason Bateman. Oh boy. What kind of slop would that be? Is that boomer slop? No, because boomers don't give a fuck about Labubu. I think it's just like, it's desperate corporate slop. Desperate corporations trying to, they hired a couple of Zoomer, the marketing people who know that Labubus were popping, but then it takes them a month to get it through the pipelines at fucking NBC. Yeah, it has to go through legal. It has to make sure that Labubus can be shown on television. They have to acquire the Labubus. They have to buy them. They have to like get the thing written off. They have to write the sketch. Oh God, it's just so much, right? So there's a reason that the format doesn't do numbers like it used to, and it's a fucking ridiculous, stupid, archaic. It's just a relic of the past. There's no other way to put it. And there's a reason that it's dying. It's just interesting that it's finally, it's happening now. It's happening right now. 2 of the 3 are gone. 2 of the 3 are gone. It's just Fallon remaining. And here's my bold prediction. Fallon will be dead by the end of next year. 2026, he'll be gone. That'll be Jimmy Fallon's last year. I think actually it might happen before that. I read something that his contract is coming, like they're saying 5-year contracts or some shit, and like his contract is coming to an end right now, and he needs to either renegotiate or GTFO, and a lot of people are telling him to get out. So, I mean, dude, do anything else. You're still a name. I mean, get a Netflix show, get a Netflix talk show. Even you could do a podcast. Oh God, Jimmy Fallon on a podcast. Ooh, just sent a shiver down my spine. But, you could do the Conan thing, and God bless Conan O'Brien, man. God bless that man. He's just just leagues ahead of any of these other freaks. And he was the only one who saw the writing on the walls. I've said it before. I'll say it again. He saw the writing on the walls. And he said, I'm out. This was like 2 years ago, bro. He said, I'm out. This format is ridiculous. It's stupid. There's no place for it anymore. And what you might not remember, though, is that Conan, before he pulled the plug and just started doing the podcast, he tried to adapt to the format to the times. Remember that? It was like Conan on TBS, and he got rid of the tie. It was like a big thing. He like clipped off his tie, and then he got rid of the desk, and then it was just two chairs facing each other with longer form interviews. No desk, no tie. So there's your format. That is the late night format, is the desk and the tie. That's it. That's all you got. And then like the musical guest, fucking so-and-so, and the 5-minute segment ad break, 5-minute segment ad break. And then of course the two guests. So I think he kept all of that except for, the stuff that on first look, it didn't look like a late night talk show anymore. It looked like a hangout podcast. So then he made the logical conclusion of like, well, what the fuck are we doing? Let's just go all the way to, let's just do the thing that we're imitating. So yeah, shouts out to Conan. He's, there's a reason that he has so much respect in the comedy community. He's the GOAT. He's the best. He is so funny. He's so unpretentious, and he has like a real voice, and he is just like his resume is untouchable, bro. Untouchable. So he's the man. Shouts out to Conan O'Brien. He's just, I do not include him in this conversation. Although, to be fair, I should have said 3 of the 4 are gone and not 2 of the 3. 3 of the 4 are gone, but Conan left 2 years ago. Conan got the fuck out way earlier than all these dum-dums. Remember when there were like 10 of these shows, and that each like you had a main show and then a late show on each network? And then a couple of auxiliary weirdo shows, like who's that black guy? That's the only thing I remember about him, is that he was black. Oh boy, I don't remember a single other thing about him. I think he was a Colbert protege, and he did the late show after Colbert. I don't remember him at all. I think he came from the Colbert school of whatever. Who gives a freak, brother? Then there was also it's late night talk show, but it's the internet. It's Lele Pons. Remember her? Remember that? Where they're like, oh, that was back when millennials were the young people. It's the millennial Jimmy Fallon. Finally, we have one for us. Oh boy. So yeah, I don't know. It's just constantly just people trying to just resurrect a zombie, bro. They're like just like putting a fucking defibrillator on a literal walking corpse. There's no life to revive. It's over. So good riddance to the late night talk show format. I don't know. Conan's the only one of them that I give a fuck about. That's point blank period. Couldn't care less about Jimmy Fallon. Don't care what he does next. He will do something after this. He'll get a Netflix show. He'll sign a deal with some streamer and do a thing for sure. But does he have talent though? Yeah, probably. He's got some. He does stuff, right? He's good at grifting. He's good at hiding his alcoholism, allegedly. Laughing, talking to people. Pretend he's good at fake laughing. He could do. Oh, he would excel at some like daytime bullshit, like cooking show, like Gordon Ramsay, but without any of the bite or interest. It's just the most milquetoast, like definitely involving kids. It's like Kids Bake Off with Jimmy Fallon, and it's just good vibes and constant niceties, zero conflict. The only time there'll be conflict is like internal conflict. So the kid will get fed up with the panini that they're pressing and it looks a little bit too squashed, and they start crying because they're 6, and Jimmy Fallon will come in and be like, listen, buddy, life's tough, but sometimes you gotta just keep pressing that fucking the sandwich. And he goes, okay. And then you got the strings. The fucking now's a sad moment strings. Hey, here's a sad moment. That's definitely gonna happen. So anyway, shouts out to fucking that dog shit horrific. God, that's gonna be. I mean, it's more it's boomer slop. It's more boomer slop. That's where he excels, dude. You got to do what you're good at. And by the way, I don't know why I'm talking about Jimmy Fallon when Kimmel's the one that got canceled. What's Kimmel's new show gonna be? Kimmel is the most mean-spirited, hateful son of a bitch I've ever heard. All of his comedy is just like he's got this like just edge, but not in a fun way, more in like a bummer way, where you're like, oh no. Where like his is he's gonna have the same cooking show, but it's gonna be fuck these kids and their stupid ass creations with Jimmy Kimmel. And he's gonna come up and there's like this wheel that he spins on stage, and while they're frantically cooking and like crying because they only have 15 minutes to make a chicken parm, he spins a wheel and it's like, now there's mice that come there's mice that come from the attic. They get like poured down through a funnel onto your plate, and suddenly you have to cook around like 30 mice. Fuck you, kid. That's his whole vibe. Yeah, Jimmy, that guy just gives me the EBGBs. He seems like a nice enough fellow. I don't know. I think, people that have been on his show have nice things to say about him. He's apparently a nice, well human, but his like sketches and stuff, it's all pretty hairy. It's all questionable. So anyway, shouts out to those two fucking dinosaurs. Good luck to you. I'm sure you'll find success in whatever avenue of bullshit television that you pursue next. I will not be tuning in to witness it, but God love you. I don't know. It's cringe that you got canceled, but it's also, that's how the fucking thing goes. They were looking for an excuse to get rid of your dog shit ratings cavern of a show. Anyway, they were looking for an excuse, and you gave them one with your milquetoast ass Charlie Kirk opinion. Speaking of which, onward to slopic number 2. This is not much of a slopic and more of just like a podcast update. Ooh, a little podcast update for you. Actually, fuck that. We'll do that later. I want to talk about Silksong, dude. It's all I've been thinking about. It's all I've been thinking about. It's what I want to be doing right now. If I were not talking to you into this microphone right meow, I would be sitting 30 feet to my left and playing Hollow Knight Silksong, because that game rips. It's so fucking good. Here's my pitch to you if you were not going to play this, right? And I'm going to give it to you real. I'm not one of these people that's going to sugarcoat or tell you that everything's great and you got to play it, because it is great, but it's also a frustrating experience. The difficulty is very high, to the point where it's caused a lot of discourse online. With these fucking Dark Souls freaks who are just used to the pain of the what's their FromSoft. They're used to the FromSoft abuse, and any other game that's not like Demon Souls is child's play compared to them, right? This game is hard. Silksong is fucking difficult, and I go back and forth on the fucking on the thing where I'll be trying to kill a boss, and I will literally die 20 fucking times trying to kill this thing. And I try, like, okay, I need to change my strategy. I need to like change my loadout. I need to like do all this shit. And I keep like whatever. I get closer and closer and closer. And then I get fed up and I go, fuck this game. It's too hard. It doesn't need to be this difficult. It's stupid. It's like, it's preventing me from the fun. There's a wall in front of the fun right now. And it's the difficulty curve of this stupid fucking game. So I'd put it down. I walk away. I go pet my dog. I go touch some grass with my little toesies, right? And the entire time I'm thinking about Silksong. I can't stop thinking about it. I go watch a movie, and I'm like, damn, I kind of wish I was playing Silksong right now. And then I kind of get into the movie and forget about Silksong for a second. Then as soon as it's over, I'm like, yeah, the movie's pretty good. God damn, I really want to be playing Silksong right now. Like, I'm just thinking about it all the time. And I'm like going back through the moves of the boss in my head. And I'm like, okay, yeah. And then he does that. I'm like dancing with the fucking guy in my head when not playing the game. And then I go pick it up, and this has happened 4 times now, where I get fed up, I say fuck this, I'm done, I hate this, and I can't stop thinking about it. And then I come back, I pick up the controller, and I beat the guy in like 2 tries. I don't know what that is. I don't know why it keeps happening, but it does. It's like I need like space and time to reflect, and then I come back and beat it. And I gotta tell you, say what you will about the difficulty, the feeling of beating the thing is really good because you put so much time into it, and you can't like cheat that feeling. That I finally understand what these Dark Souls freaks are talking about. Where the only Dark Souls game I've ever tried to play, I haven't played Elden Ring yet. I'm an asshole. I will eventually play Elden Ring. That's the one that I have real interest in. But I've never enjoyed the boss rush. Is my least favorite part of this game and every game. I love the exploration. I love finding a new area. I love the curveballs that happen in the script of the game. I won't spoil anything, but I just had something happen to me in the game that my jaw dropped. My jaw fucking dropped. It's like you're doing something. I'll give you like a little piece. I'll give you a little piece. You have I finally got a wall jump, which that's the upgrade where you go through the first 15 hours of the game and you're marking on your map every spot where there's a wall jump point. There's so many places to wall jump, and I finally got it. And I was like, holy shit, this opens up. I mean, there is so much to do. I just looked at my map and there's all these spots that I had for wall jump, right? So then you go back and you start going through the ones that you marked, and then there's this guy, this enemy that you've never seen before at the top of one of these wall jump points, and you like jump up and you jump on this new room you've never been in, and he's got this like cage, and he fucking catches your ass, and he puts you in jail. You wake up, the fucking screen dims to black. And then it fades up to black in like a cutscene kind of mode, and you're hanging in a cage, butt ass naked. All your shit is gone. You're like, what the fuck? And you hit X, whatever your controller, and you fall on the ground. And it says I forgot what the place is called. The keep, the jail, the gay, the garb. And you're naked. You got none of your shit. You're butt ass naked. And you're like, what the fuck? And you have to escape jail. And it's like, that's like that I mean, unbelievable game moment. Really, really fantastic and cool. Anyway, there's tons of stuff like that where it like really does take you by surprise, this game, and it's really impressive, and it's so big. There is a massive, untold amount of content, ridiculous amount of things to do, huge world, and it doesn't feel overwhelming. Sometimes it does. There's also like a weird simultaneous feeling when you unlock a new area that you've been hurting, you've been like kind of lost, and you finally unlock a new place, and then you have like this giant thing in front of you with like multiple paths. You're like, oof. There is an overwhelming sort of negative feeling there, but it's also, once you start like, getting through it all, it's really fun. So anyway, I don't know. If you haven't played it, it's $20. My pitch is, it's hard and it's $20 and it's a good time and it's really impressive and it's beautiful and the music is incredible and you should play it. It's $20, bro. Come on. It's $20. What the fuck are we doing? It is the best bang for your buck that you're ever going to get in a game. There's a subreddit for pirating software, and the overwhelming majority of people on that subreddit were like, this is the first game I've bought in years. It's so fair. It's like more than fair. $20 for 100 hours of your time is, I mean, come on, bro. You're not finding a better... You should pay them. You should pay them money for this. Anyway, shouts out to Silksong. God love you. I'm excited to continue playing literally right after this. As soon as I wrap on this podcast, I'm going right back to that because that's all I care about right now. Okay, I want to talk about this rapper dude, David. You guys heard about this? David, D4VD, is someone who I had never heard of before this month. He's a 20-year-old rapper and who just canceled his tour for some reason. Huh. What do you think that's about? So he's found that the corpse of a 16-year-old girl was just found in his trunk. 16-year-old, he's 20, so this is a statutory situation, and she is dead. So if you're unfamiliar with this, this girl goes missing. I think it's like weeks or months ago now, and there's a big manhunt, police, whatever, missing persons report, and she has been dating this rapper David, who has a matching tattoo on his finger with her, and is like he has a song about her, about how young and illegal and 16 and sexy she is, and he's also just like. She disappears. He doesn't seem too terribly hard up about it. He doesn't care much, seemingly. And then her body is found in his fucking trunk. It doesn't seem worth talking about. This is pretty grim. The reason I brought it up because it is pretty grim. I agree. Not it is technically slop, although opinions differ, because this shit was all over my timeline this week, and this man what's funny or interesting, I should say, is that he was tweeting memes and shit up until like one day before she was found. She's been in that trunk for like a week or two. The only reason it was found was because it was like his Tesla sitting in I think an airport parking lot, and people were complaining about the smell. So she'd been in there for a minute, just cooking in that fucking trunk. And he was tweeting like 6'7", like memes and shit. Questionable and no good. I do think, though, because I hadn't heard of him before this could be really good for his career. Murdering a person, perhaps, could be, allegedly, good for your entire situation, because I didn't know who D4VD was, and now he's all over my timeline. So maybe that is the solution if you are a struggling artist. Maybe this is how I get to the top. Maybe this is how Slop Chop, I almost said silksong just now. Maybe this is how Slop Chop gets to the top of the charts. I have a couple of brothers. I don't need both of them. Just murder one, put him in the truck of my Nissan Altima, and then park him at an airport and let him cook. It's so fucked up that he let her cook. Let her cook. Why did he do that? There's like burial at sea shit, but it's a fucking parking lot, bruh. Burial at JFK. It's like a that's your modern Viking right there. Just dies in the trunk of a Tesla at a fucking airport. So I don't know. David, hey man, don't be doing that. That's not good. It is going to be good for your career, because I haven't listened to your music, but I should. I'll check. You murdered a guy, murdered a lady, a 16-year-old. Maybe I'll check out his music. All press is good press. I think honestly, okay, this is another good. My theory on this is that pedophilia is the only thing you can't come back from. It's the only thing that universally, even in prison, people do not fuck with and will murder you for, and rightfully so, right? Just to show you where I stand, rightfully so, right? But it's the one thing you can't come back from, including murder, even though murder is, worse, right? Probably. Yeah, right? You get more jail time at least. People have a much easier time stomaching murder than they do pedophilia. And again, I think rightfully so. Because, she could have been annoying. She's 16. 16-year-olds are annoying, And, okay, I shouldn't. This is mean. This is mean. No, God, rest in peace to this poor girl. It's really unfortunate and sad. And, yeah, I don't know. Fuck this guy, I guess. 6'7", tweeting that shit. with a cooking corpse in your car is pretty wild. Pretty astonishing stuff. That sounds like sociopathic. Wouldn't you? I don't know. There's a million things that you would do. But, you know, he's 20. He's 20. She's 16. Perhaps it was just a little lover's quarrel that went south. Or maybe he's a sadistic murdering psychopath, allegedly. Perhaps one of those two is accurate. Perhaps maybe this is just all part of his album rollout, and it's all a big goof. Anyway, I don't know. This is mean. Shouts out to that girl. I'm sorry that happened to you, man. For real. Fuck this guy. He's probably a psychopathic murderer. I can't imagine another outcome, but allegedly, blah, 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 alleged. So anyway, that's D4VD, which I think is pronounced David. Okay, here's something. It is interesting to me. Well, you have to choose a rapper name, right? You have to. And there's been several that are really, really, really bad recently that I hate. Maybe not recently, but anything. I think that we're way past the putting a number for the letter thing. I don't think that we need that anymore. I think it's time to stop doing that. That shit it's very leet speak from like when my parents, when texting first got introduced and like 3s were E's and F's were 11s. I don't know. I couldn't think of a second one, but that we're not really doing that anymore, man. Just call yourself David. David actually would be pretty sick. DAVID would be pretty sick, but D4VD, that's a guy who's going to murder a 16-year-old and put him in his Tesla trunk, you know? D4VD can get fucked. That guy sucks. Or like a boogie with the hoodie. All right, there's no numbers there, but that is my least favorite rap name of all time. I cannot stand that. A boogie with the hoodie. It doesn't help that his music is not good. Not good. Oh, it's not good. A boogie with the hoodie can get fucked. That guy sucks. Who else? NBA Youngboy. His music is good, but NBA, which stands for Never Broke Again. I don't know. That's actually kind of hard. NBA Youngboy. All right, I take that one back. Youngboy fans, don't get at me. That shit's not bad. That's cool. That's cool. NBA's cool. Who else can we come for? Oh, the king of this. XXX Tentacion. Dog shit, horrible, awful name for decent music, you know. And God rest his soul. It is never not funny to me when a new celebrity dies that they put half of X's face and half of like the Queen of England. It's so funny, when the Queen dies or Charlie Kirk or anyone. Yeah, Anyway, we're way past the Charlie Kirk thing. I actually deleted my first ever reel that I deleted. I deleted the Charlie Kirk reel because I thought it was funny. I do still think it's funny, the reel, but it's not, it ain't worth the smoke. It ain't worth the backlash or just negative feelings. I don't want to be too terribly hateful, at least at this point. I've got a lot on the line at this point. You know, maybe we can push the envelope a little bit further down the line. But until then, I'm going to keep I'll keep going for jokes and shit, but that was a little bit, this was so recent and everyone in the room told me to cut it. And then I was like, actually, I'm going to make a clip of it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's not worth it. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. It was in the last episode, the ranch one. Anyway, what was I talking about? D4VD. I've always wanted mostly for a gamer tag. I've always wanted a name like that I could do like an online personality name. I've never had a cool one. I think you just have to like, because I feel like most people just kind of think of one when they're young, like a child, and then that's just their thing forever. But most people have a cool one. Like, I don't know why I'm thinking of the Yard Guys because they're all gamers, but Ludwig. Well, Ludwig isn't his name. It might just be his name. But Slime is so sick. Falco for Nick. @Falco is crazy. I never had that that thing. We tried for my brothers and I tried Curvius for a minute, which is like our shared Xbox 360 name. I don't know where that came from. Patrick's, of course, my younger brother Patrick's was Pat Apple, which he created himself. He loves that name, Pat Apple 22. Shouts out to Pat Apple 22. You can add him on Xbox right now if you're listening to this. Pat Apple. My friends still to this day call him Pat Apple. It's very funny. And I'm pretty sure that Sean made that username. Anyway, we're in the weeds. Fuck this topic. We're moving on. Slopic number 3 or 4 or whatever we're on. Before we get there, I would like to give you a reminder to please leave me a comment or just press like if you don't want to do that. If you don't want to be all that typing. If you're on Spotify or YouTube, leave your boy a comment. It really helps the young podcasts like myself get off the ground, brother. Well, I appreciate it, sister. Subscribe or follow. Thank you. Keke Palmer was on Hot Ones. This is barely Slop because Hot Ones is like really falling the fuck off, dude. Hot Ones has fallen off. They used to do crazy numbers. They're still getting like 1 million plus views an episode, but it's really not what it used to be. But anyway, I brought it up because this is Keke Palmer's 3rd time on the show, and last time, or Sean Evans did a podcast where he was asked like, who do you have any of your guests that you ever like had a crush on or fallen like had a connection with? I think it was the question, and he was like, "Oh fucking Jesus Christ, Keke Palmer! Oh my God!" Like my heart was beating out of my chest. Like I'm so into her, and so she came back. I mean that clip went kind of viral, and he was like, "Hey man, shoot your shot. If you're gonna shoot your shot, might as well shoot it." So he did on that pod, and then she came back a 3rd time, and they were like kind of flirty and cutesy. He was definitely, it's interesting to see, interesting and uncomfortable to see real flirting happen on camera. You're like, oh no, but it's also kind of cute. I don't know. I've mixed feelings about it. I was uncomfortable and entertained and grossed out and horny at the same time. Those were the 4 feelings that I had, if you were curious. Those were the 4. But it was, it was interesting to see him like very smiley and very laughing and like very complimenting Keke. And she's just like eating it up. I'm sure she's very experienced having men fall over themselves over her, right? So she knows how to handle it. But it was, just a cute, fun interview. I've never seen Sean Evans horny. That's why I wanted to bring it up. So go check out the Keke Palmer interview if you want to see Sean Evans with a visible boner in his pants the entire time. Just like a fucking rocket shooting out of his pants. And it was cute. At the end, she was like, I saw a clip of you saying that you and I had like this sort of connection or something. She was being very coy and very cutesy, and Sean did one of these, which was adorable. She's like, maybe at the end of this thing, we should kiss to see if there's a spark. And so they freaking smooch on camera, bro. They smooch. Mwah! That's pretty cool. That's pretty cute, pretty fun. How wild would it be if the fucking Hot Ones guy ended up with Keke Palmer? I don't think it's going to happen. I think she's just being nice, and that there's, Sean Evans is dope. I don't know. It'd be such a pull for him. It'd be so crazy. It'd be like a god tier pull. That's like Pete Davidson level shit. Shouts out to Sean Evans. Shouts out to Hot Ones. I still watch occasionally. They just don't. They don't hit the same way they used to. The production quality has gotten too high, which can be bad for a brand, a show. It's gotten too corporate. The questions aren't as hard hitting. They're pretty safe, and I don't know. I've seen it a million times at this point, so it is what it is. Those OG episodes are really something, though. Eric Andre, Key and Peele, TJ Miller. Yeah, it's just the comedians. Joey Diaz. Conan recently was amazing. So yeah, there's still a place for it. I do think Sean Evans will eventually graduate to. He'll keep doing this as long as there's juice left in the squeeze. But eventually there won't be. The views are already plummeting to still like 3 million an episode, which is very good. But it's they've gotten less. So eventually he'll pivot into another gimmick, maybe, or just normal talk show. Oh my God, he's going to replace Jimmy Kimmel. That's what he's going to do. He's going to go straight into the late night format. He's going to start his own Tonight Show. Call it the this evening. This evening with Sean Evans. And they have a little bottle of hot sauce on the desk, just as like a little wink to the fans. We don't forget where we came from, baby. But they never bring up hot sauce ever. As a matter of fact, when the guests bring it up, they're like, hey, didn't you have that thing? They cut it. Because they're trying to distinguish the new show from the old. They don't want to be muddled. They don't want to be known as the hot guy, the sauce guy anymore. He's done with that. He's done with it. It's like in the current Hot Ones thing when literally half of the guests bring up his asshole. He's like, dude, how's your asshole, man? Are you really just shitting fire all the time? And he's like, yeah, you'd be surprised at how many people ask me that. He's like, most people that meet me ask me that upon first meeting. They ask about my asshole. And I don't love it. I gotta tell you, I don't love it. So anyway, yeah. Shout out to Sean Evans. I'm looking forward to this week, this tonight. What did I say? This evening with Sean Evans. The Can Studio applause. Sean. Can't wait for that. Okay. Moving right along to another archaic format, the Emmys. The Emmys are last week. Who won? Let's pull up these fucking winners, shall we? The only one that I know that I care about is that Andor won something. Motherfucking Andor won writing. I'm just happy it walked away with something. It didn't get Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul, my favorite show of all time. It did 6 seasons of the most incredible television I've ever seen in my entire life. And walked away with 0 Emmys. 0 fucking Emmys. Really gross. Really appalling, honestly. Appalling. I do think that they're gonna do a thing, by the way, with this third show where they have to make up for their snubbing of 100% of Better Call Saul. So they're just going to dump Emmys on this new show. So it's on Apple TV Plus too. So people love those Apple shows. I don't know. It's gonna be big. Whatever that's called. I forgot what it's called. It's the smiley face one with Ray Seahorn, my queen. Looking forward to that. Anyway, all right. Best drama series, The Pit. The Pit won over Andor, Last of Us, Severance, White Lotus, and a couple others that I don't know. Yeah, man, I've heard it's awesome. It's actually really cool. I'm glad that it won instead of fucking White Lotus again or Severance again. Severance didn't win last time, but Severance, bro. Are we really into Severance like that? Do we really? That show has left 0 impression on me. I watched both seasons. I think the first season is exceptionally good. The second season, though, I could do without. Could do without it. I could do without it. So let's move. Let's give it to the new cool 24-hour ER drama that I've heard is amazing. I gotta watch The Pit. I heard it's great. Shouts out to Andor for even being nominated. It deserves every bit of this. It probably should have won. The Pit won for lead actor. The Studio, which I still have not seen, which is fucking absurd that I have not seen this. It is so up my alley. The Studio with Seth Rogen on Apple TV Plus. It's about making movies, and it's very inside baseball Hollywood stuff, and it makes fun of the industry, which the industry likes. The industry will clap and laugh if you have like good-natured jabs at themselves, for the most part, right? You can go too far. you can be Ricky Gervais. Well, they kept inviting Ricky Gervais back though, so I don't know. But anyway, people do like it, and I've heard it's great, and it is so up my alley, and I haven't seen it yet, which is really dumb. It's foolish of me to have not seen that yet. So shouts out to that. Adolescence won best anthology series, best limited series. Adolescence is the shit. Have you guys not seen it? It beat The Penguin. It beat Black Mirror season 6, which was mid. It beat a couple of other bullshit shows that I don't know. And yeah, Adolescence was unbelievable, man. Are you kidding me? 3 episodes, 1 take each. They did. It's like a 60-minute single take shot with hundreds of extras. Like again, it's unfathomable the way it's shot. It's freaking insane. Really, really insane. It took them weeks to choreograph. They, I want to say they got, again, it's only 3 episodes, and they got like the big movement ones, which are 1 and 3. They got those both on the very last take of the day, which means that like they would have been fucked. I don't know what the fucking name is. Doesn't matter. Anyway, it's really good show. That I know because I saw it online. That lead kid won an Emmy, and he deserved it. Holy hell, that performance is insane. It was his first acting role. Winning an Emmy for your first acting role is pretty sick. I think he's 15. He was unbelievable. In episode 2, it's like jaw-dropping how good that kid is. Yeah, he's astonishingly good. So, shout out to him. Yeah, Stephen Graham won for being the dad in the show. Stephen Colbert, which just got canceled, won for Talk Series. Adolescence won a bunch of stuff. That's what's up. The Penguin won lead actress in a limited series. Yeah, anyway, it seems like the studio, Adolescence, and oh, my beloved Andor. The studio and Adolescence are the 2 big winners of the night. There you go. Hacks, Severance, The Pit. Anyway, TV shit. Another archaic format that will eventually die. Yeah, I'm mostly excited for Andor, which I love so much. My beloved Andor. I miss that show. I miss watching it every week. It's so good. Anyway, fuck the Emmys. Does anyone give a shit about the Emmys? I think like I struggle to care about this because it's the Emmys, and I don't care about the Emmys. I do care about the Oscars. Like that's one little thing about me is that my family's been watching the Oscars every year for as long as I can remember, and so we care about the Oscars, or I care about the Oscars, and I actually do like Oscars parties every year, and I get wrapped up in it, and I'm excited by it. It's like my Super Bowl or something. Oh boy, I care about the Oscars way more than the Super Bowl. There are people that care about the Oscars. I don't know anyone that gives a shit about the Emmys. I don't know. All the Emmys are like 1/4 of an EGOT. If you're going for the full EGOT, you got to get an Emmy. You got to do some television work. All right, I want to get into one of the coolest things that I've seen recently. I was on my way home. I was camping this week with some friends, and on the way home, I had actually yesterday, my beloved Louis C.K. dropped an episode with Theo. We went on Theo's podcast, Theo Vaughn. It's like a long episode, 2.5 hours. And I was like, hell yeah, bro. I'm definitely going to watch that shit on the way back from my camping trip. I put that bad boy on, and it's slow at the beginning. At the beginning, it is not that interesting. It takes like 30 minutes for them to get ramping up. But then it becomes like one of the most compelling podcasts that I've heard in years. A year at least. I was blown away by this pod. I was the first time that I was in my car like 10 and 2 and just like hanging on to every word, just like oh shit, oh shit. It's like so into it, like a great movie or something. But mostly I was blown away because a couple things. Louis talks openly about the entire scandal situation of 2017. He talks openly about it in depth publicly for the first time. He did a special where he did like a 15-minute chunk about it, but that was in a stand-up special, right? I've never seen him openly discuss it just man to man before, which was fucking riveting and fascinating. And also, he's in a recovery program. He's in a sex and love addiction recovery program. He's in a 12-step program, which is so fucking cool. It's so cool. So I think that because he is in this program, that's why he feels okay talking about it. Finally, he's done a lot of work and self-growth since this, like in these past like 2 years or something, he's been in this program with Theo. So Theo opens the podcast saying like, this is one of my good real life friends, Louis CK. And I'm like, you guys are friends in real life? That seems, maybe he's just saying that. And then come to find out, he fucking brought him into the program, and they've been like program buddies since then. So they're actually real life friends because they both have sex issues. That shit is so cool, man. So cool. I texted this to several friends, but I didn't know that I could have more respect and love Louis CK more than I already did. And I do. Yeah, I just think it's so cool, man. It's the best. I love it. I love it for him as someone who's had my own struggles, not with sex specifically, but with addiction, and who has also dabbled in recovery. I think it's the coolest thing. Just the coolest thing. And yeah, it was awesome, dude. He was talking to, like, at the end they get into talking. They're like doing they're doing like AA talk. They're doing recovery talk, where one of the big points that he makes is you get to the point as an addict where you are not only okay with your past, but you're actually grateful for it, which is crazy, which is like unfathomable to someone just starting out, right? But you're grateful for it because no matter how dog shit your experience was, your story is unique to you, and it can be used to improve the life of another person. So that's like the conclusion he came to. Is like, yeah, dude, it was like everything was taken from me, or obviously he took responsibility for it. He straight up said sorry, but he was like, everything in my life was taken from me. People hated me very publicly for quite some time, and still think of me that way a lot of times, which I can personally attest to. Him being my favorite comedian, every single time that I bring it up with someone, anyone. Like, unless it's someone that I know very well or that speaks my comedy language, like any human, or I'm like, yeah, my favorite comedian is Louis. Oh, he's the guy that jerked off in front of those women, right? That is the first thing out of everyone's. That's just who he is now. He's that guy, and so he talks about like coming to a place of acceptance about that. And he's like, he started off thinking that he had to like set the record straight, or like correct. He wanted to, the fantasy in his mind was like he wanted to knock on every single door in America and tell everyone what really happened, so that everyone would know what really went down. He's like, of course that's impossible. So then you just have to, like really the only true answer in a situation like that is radical, hardcore acceptance. And you just have to practice acceptance, and you have to learn or be taught by the people that surround you in a program like this one that, yeah, dude, we've all had different variations of what you're discussing, and we feel you on a level that most people don't, and also your experience can be used to help other people, so that like this whole thing could bring you closer to a better understanding of yourself. It could prevent future harm for yourself, and also it can help others to get to a better place too. So like, it's, you should be grateful for your past, actually. So like that's like beautiful and incredible to me. That sentiment, it was just so cool hearing them chop it up. So cool hearing them speak recovery talk, and the fact that my goat is in a recovery program is just so sick. It's so sick. Shouts out to Louis CK, my man. We just saw him in Austin. That was it was blast seeing him, and shortly thereafter listened to a podcast with Theo Von and him, and then gained a whole new level of fucking respect for the guy. So he's my goat for a reason. The way he speaks, the way his metaphors, his eloquence, it's just the best I've ever heard. He's so prolific as an artist. He just wrote a book that I pre-ordered. Can't wait for that book. He wrote a fucking fictional novel about just a struggling kid in like the Midwest or something, in like frontier times. Really looking forward to that. Everything he's ever made has been incredible. He's the only comedian that I know of that has never released a bad stand-up special. So, and he's released like 10. They're all great. Anyway, he's the GOAT for a reason. He's my GOAT for a reason. He's the greatest. God love you to Louis C.K. God love you to Theo Von, man. It's so cool. It's it's really, really awesome to hear. Awesome to hear. Really exciting and stoked to be a fan of these fellers. So shouts out to them. You should listen to that podcast. I would highly recommend. I would just skip the first half hour, honestly. They're like kind of rocky and just talking about some bullshit that doesn't matter, and they're not really like they're not on each other's level until about an hour in. And then if you really just want the juice, if you just want like the best stuff, start at 90 minutes and listen from there. 90 minutes onward is just all killer, no filler. Unbelievable. That last hour is crazy. So anyway, shouts out to Louis C.K. on the Theo Von podcast. It's also just really cool to see the success that Theo has had. He is the second most successful comedian podcast after Joe Rogan. Stop it. Leave her alone. What are you doing? What are you doing? Do not be growling at her. So, what else have I been watching? I watched, finally, Don't Fuck with Cats, the true crime thing on Netflix. It's this Netflix. It's like 3 or 4. I think it's just 3 episodes. So that's what attracts me to a true crime situation, is the short, episodic nature. I do not. I will never watch another Tiger King. I will never watch another 10-episode miniseries on Netflix. I don't care about the reviews it's giving, because they just draw everything out. It's just stretch every plot point, go into detail that I don't give a shit about, and I just want them to tell me the answer. Just tell me the answer, bro. I feel like an asshole at a magic show. I'm like, bro, tell me how you did it. Just get me to the end. I want to like 2 times speed the thing, which I actually have done before. If I'm watching like on an iPad, they have that option. So I'll like 1.5 speed through the fucking interviews and bullshit. But the reason that I was interested in this is because I thought that this was going to be about 4chan. There was a story when I was growing up of this asshole who put live cats in like a cage and threw them in a river, and filmed himself like drowning these cats, and then posted it on 4chan. And then the 4chan people tracked him down. This is way before GeoGuessr, which like it'd be so easy to do now. Just hand it to Rainbow, whoever that freak is. But they tracked his ass down, and they like got him arrested. So I thought that was this story. That's what drew me to this project. But it's actually a different cat murderer, who is some fucking freak who kills cats. And it's like, the point of the thing is that it's like so disturbing to see animals be killed that way. So you need a group of vigilantes who are ready to put their free time on the line to catch this fucking guy, right? That's kind of the base of your story, is that this Facebook group of people, someone sends this horrible video out, and they like make a Facebook group to try to like track this fucking guy down. And it would be interesting. It would have been an interesting story if this group of people did literally any helped the police even a little bit. If they like provided some information for the police, and that the police used it, but that didn't happen. This Facebook group just found out that it was a guy, and then the police simultaneously found out that it was a guy, and then they both simultaneously just kind of like were after him, but the police are the ones that caught him with no help with this group. My point is that it was a big waste of time. This whole fucking escapade was a big waste of time. These people are lost, morally lost. They have nothing going on in their lives. I think it's like a bizarre, astonishing obsession that these people, like, to give you some idea, it's like it focuses on the two like leads of this Facebook group, who literally devote their lives, like every waking moment outside of work is spent pouring through footage and finding images and piecing together which town this fucking guy might be in, and he keeps posting videos and he's taunting them and stuff, and like it just like they track him down, but again it doesn't help the investigation even a little. So like the whole point of they just failed spectacularly, and it wasn't addressed enough. I think a much more interesting angle on this documentary would have been, let's explore these people that feel inclined to do this. That like, what do you have going on in your life where you want to spend 30 to 40 hours a week? It's like a second full-time job hunting down some asshole who's murdering animals on the internet, right? Wouldn't you just send the video to the police and say, God, fuck this guy, please help, get look, another one's like, wouldn't you just like hands off? Like, by spending so much time in this world, you're creating anger and hate and anxiety for your brain. You know what I mean? Obviously the guy is a psychopathic piece of shit, and I actually am much more inclined to hate this fucking guy than I am the David rapper, because he only killed a human allegedly. This guy killed animals allegedly, which is so just like, it's like beyond reproach. It's like the most fucking, it's worse than pedophilia. It's the one thing, there's two things you can't come back from. Anyway, so this documentary sucked ass. I gave it a 2 out of 5. It was long as fuck and boring, and these people are psychopathic. Like, they're like so wrapped up in their own shit, they cannot. They're like just deep sniffing their own farts. Just let's fucking go. Another image. We found another image to lock down this cat killer. It sucks. Sucks. Kill yourself if you are that person. If you're the cat killer, obviously definitely kill yourself. But if you're the person that spends your waking days hunting them, oof. Take your own life. Take your own life. All right, I want to briefly talk about Caught Stealing. It was fantastic. I saw it twice. You guys should check that out. It's in theaters right meow. It's about to be out of theaters. It's Darren Aronofsky in his least esoteric weirdo role. It's a really, really fun time. It's getting mixed reviews, but the people who have negative opinions about this movie are incorrect. It's a blast. It's so much fun. It is like it's like a Guy Ritchie, just a balls to the wall, really fun, twisty movie. And this is my selling point. This is how I get you into the theater. You're curious basically for the first half hour, like, why the fuck did what drew Aronofsky to this material? And then something happens about a half hour in, and you're like, okay, that's why he was interested in this. So it takes some turns that you don't expect, and the thing that happens about a half hour in, or whatever, 45 minutes in, I was blown away by and really impressed with. So shouts out to that movie. It's probably my favorite movie of the year so far. Really enjoyed it. Lastly, Jordan Jensen has a new special on Netflix. If you want to laugh your ass off, it's my favorite special of the year, I think. It was directed by the same guy who did both of the most recent Ari Shaffir specials, and I wouldn't be surprised if she used the same set dresser as well, because the set dressing is insane. It's fucking gnarly. It's so sick. It's very her. I'm not even sure how to describe it. It's like open casings and cabling and red, and it looks like a horror movie or something. But it's like really, really impressive. And Obviously both of the Ari specials are just like the best set dressing I've seen in a comedy special. Period. Jew and Always Look on the Bright Side of Life, whatever the new one is. That one's on Netflix. But anyway, directed by the same guy, and all three incredible specials. This most recent one, Jordan Jensen, is my special of the year so far. Absolutely hilarious. I think just like deep, dark, insane, hilarious material where brave, like I hesitate to use the word brave, but legitimately brave takes and like things that are difficult to say on stage and just killer all the way through. Loved it. She's the best. She's awesome. Yeah, that's all I got, man. That's all I got. Check out the Jordan Jensen special. Stay far away from Don't Fuck with Cats, even though that came out like 3 years ago. Definitely listen to at least the last 90 minutes of the Louie and Theo pod. And that's all I got, brother. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for listening. God love you, Slop Nation. Yeah, man. I don't know. Episode 25. We're halfway to 50. That's something. We're cooking. We're cooking. Thank you for listening. We'll see you guys next week. Much love.